Hey guys, welcome back. BBCKR here. We're back with another video for update 3.1. This is going to be going through the Nth Metal packs and sort of the cost value analysis on them. So this is a pack opening where we're going to look at the different options because there's a couple options available if you want to spend your resources now, right? You don't just need to get the default metal pack.
Right. And they are pretty, except for the ultimate, which we're looking at right now, they're actually pretty straightforward in their percentage. What the ultimate doesn't tell you is how often you will get a second metal card.
Yeah, so
which makes this one worth doing a pack opening on.
Yeah, because if you don't do the pack opening, you have no clue. Maybe you get a second metal card 90% of the time. Maybe you get it 9% of the time.
Right. So you can see in this account, there's only bronze card, one bronze card. There's 0 gears. And as far as the numbers go, the Pro costs 400, 13% chance of metal. The regular one is 200 metal, but only a 3% chance. And the Pro at least still has a chance at what we call legendary gears. Mm-hmm. So maybe we should just take a look at some of the numbers as we show our work. We're showing our work now a little bit faster, so we don't have to sit through the interminable opening. Because if you're paying attention and you haven't opened up an ultimate pack yet, you can see that there's actually a few pages of XP augmentations that slows down the whole process painfully so.
Yeah, so I think we can talk about maybe everything we get except for the metal cards and then end with what's kind of important.
Right.
So we got 5 Flashpoint Aquaman, 5 Arkham Origins Deadshot, we got 9 Flashpoint Deathstroke, 9 Blackest Night Doomsday, 8 Blackest Night Superman, 6 Suicide Squad Joker Unhinged, and 2 Rebirth Wally West. And then for the metal cards, you want to do the honors?
So Batman Ninja Nightwing, there were 27. Metal Batman Who Laughs is 28. And Metal the Merciless was 16. And for those paying attention, that's actually a total of 115 cards, not 100.
Yeah. So you can tell that we got 15 times in 100 packs, we got double metal cards.
Right.
But that doesn't actually tell you the ratio of the times we got double metal out of the times we got metal cards.
Right. So the expected was 60%, 20% each. What we actually saw were 56 out of the packs, but we got 71 metal cards out of the pack, which in my mind, if they're going to be working with sort of roundish numbers, they're expecting 60%, but that if 15% of those would be giving you a second metal card. Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess there's a couple of interesting things too. If we compare the numbers, as far as expected numbers versus
for value,
the metal packs would be
that's the cheapest one, the normal one.
Yeah, I guess I should be specific
because they're all kind of metal packs.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's hard to.
So you'd expect 9 cards per 100 packs at a cost of 20,000 Nth Metal. So that's 2,000 Nth Metal per card.
Yeah.
But in the Pro pack, you get 39 cards with a chance at better gears. And you're paying significantly less than half, 1,000, just over 1,000 Nth Metal per card.
Yeah, so this is the 400 cost pack.
Right. And the one we're opening now is surprisingly actually has a higher cost. So if we were to have gotten 60 cards and gotten 60 packs with metal cards and 75 metal cards instead of the 71 that we got, it would still be marginally more expensive than the Pro pack per metal card.
Yeah,
but a better chance at the legendary gear.
That's based off of what we think the real percentage is. So for this pack opening, it costs us 1,126.76 Nth Metal per card, versus with the true odds of the Pro pack, 1,025.64. So the Pro pack is a little bit cheaper if it looks like you're just buying a ton and looking to get as many as possible. And another thing to consider for that is that you also get to buy it twice as often. So if you're actually playing and not building up, obviously this is a hacked account used for demonstration purposes,
right?
But if you're actually playing, you get to buy packs twice as often, and you still get about the same amount of metal cards per pack, give or take. Right. So it just means that you get those little kind of fun pack openings.
Right, so you get some extra
dispersed.
Golds. You'll have more golds to show for what you're spending on.
And that's true, and you also get to have them more regularly.
So here's the other thing too. So, and that's there's another consideration we'll get into later about using the refund glitch instead of just buying the pack straight out.
That's true.
But what's interesting is the numbers for the gold cards are low enough that there's a good chance that we did not hit every gold possible. So Rebirth Wally West, there was only 2. There's a good number of multiplayer exclusives In fact, I think aside from Arkham Origins Deadshot, they might all be multiplayer exclusives.
Yeah, and that has some value too, for sure.
Yeah. So what's going to be interesting, and we'll be able to see it more when we look at the actual final tally, it's not just the metal cards that we're interested in, right?
Yeah.
Especially for Android players who have not been able to get the Survivor gears.
Yeah. Getting the gears is actually one of the values that the packs, the higher up you go, get more and more worthwhile.
Right. So we've got so we ended up, the expected number of legendary gears was 5. We got 5.
Mm-hmm.
The expected number of 3.5 star gears was 10, and we got 8. And the 1.5 star gears, we got 87, and we expected 85. So that's
about right.
I think that's reasonable within, that kind of fluctuation when it's supposed to be random.
Yeah, if you're gonna lose out on something, it's good that we didn't lose out on the legendary gears.
Right. And the cool thing about the legendary gears is that not only did we get one that has been unreleased, which was Nightwing's Ninjato, which was there was Tantu Totem, Nightwing's Ninjato, which becomes Brandish Ninjato, and we ended it on a nice note with a double metal pack.
Yeah.
We got 4 that were multiplayer exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
We got 1 that, out of those 4, 1 has not been released. But the most interesting is that 1 out of the 5 was a Survivor exclusive.
Yeah, the LexCorp gauntlets. So we got the Tantu Totem, LexCorp gauntlets, Nightwing's Ninjato, Ancient Katana, which becomes the Soul Taker sword, and we got Alien Artifact, which becomes the Mother Box. So if you can't get Survivor gear and you need some Survivor gear, it might be valuable to go for the more expensive pack for the increased chance of legendary. And it also might be, although this would be pretty tedious, it might be worth it to do the refund glitch. If you really, it would take so long.
So in our demonstration here, 1 out of 100 packs had one of the Survivor exclusives. Now, mind you, this is the rarest of the LexCorp gears.
Wait, not 1 out of 100 packs, because we only bought 100 packs here, so
yeah, that's
5
what I mean.
out of 100 packs.
No, but those were multiplayer. Only one gave us a Survivor one, right?
Okay, yeah, one out of 100 gave us a Survivor exclusive, so we'll have to see what the actual true odds of that.
Right. So that brings us to maybe an important part of this discussion is that a viewer, Jonathan Hung, had pointed this out to us.
Yeah, and we mentioned this before, but we're just re-putting this in the kind of pack video so it's all in one place.
And it makes sense to put it in the context when you see what's actually available and why sometimes you might want to do something differently.
You can see right here, metal cards, 240 Nth Metal. The cheapest pack, 200 Nth Metal. If you use the refund glitch to get a metal card every time, you can grind for Nth Metal. You can, basically, if you have 1 of every Nth Metal card, you keep buying the packs until you get an Nth Metal, and you keep buying and refunding, I should say. And then you sell it, and you've made a profit of 40 Nth Metal.
Right. Now, it does obviously require that you're far enough along that you've got at least 1 of the 3 metal cards for it to work. And if you are willing to put in the time, 1 is enough.
Yeah.
But if you want to save a bit of time, having all 3 eventually means that you're going to be able to hit an Nth Metal card on the 200 pack, maybe 1 every 10, 1 every 11 packs.
Yeah, so if you're willing to do that a full 6 times, 5 times to get the Nth Metal, and a 6th time to actually get the character, every 6 times you do that, you get a free Nth Metal character, which is, pretty good.
Right. And then at the point where you've accumulated as much of that as you want, it's a consideration for Android players at least to potentially try some of the higher cost packs.
And maybe use the refund glitch if you're looking for the Survivor gear, but that's much more tedious.
Right. Now, you say that it's tedious too, but also keep in mind that playing Survivor, trying to complete the set, was pretty tedious too. We're looking at hundreds of Last Laugh tickets to have to be cashed out.
And I guess here you're just looking at hundreds of resets.
Right. So it's probably on the balance about as good as playing Survivor, because while it's probably faster at getting the different gears, I mean, look at that. We got LexCorp on the first as our only Survivor gear, which is the rare of the 3.
Yeah.
But you also don't get any augmentations aside from experience, which are kind of crap.
Mm-hmm. So there we go. And I think, just to finish up, we mentioned it in the middle of the video. This is a hacked account. We always get some comments, but I think it's worthwhile.
Yeah, how did you get so many Nth Metal?
Yeah, it's hacked, and we're using it to demonstrate the content. We don't take this online. We're not gonna, take our newfound riches and, use it to kind of take advantage of our situation and beat people online. It's just for this demonstration.
Right, exactly.
There we go.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
We'll see you next time. Komoda.